On this edition of Lexington Now, Fire Horse Heritage Day, Sister Cities, and Plastic-Free July. I'm Neil Noah, and welcome to Lexington Now for the week of July 27th, 2026. The fire department celebrated Fire Horse Heritage Day, commemorating the 100th anniversary of the final horse-drawn response in Lexington.
This very day commemorates the 100th anniversary of the last horse-drawn response to a fire run in Lexington. So 100 years ago today, out of this station, we had a horse respond along with a hose wagon to an emergency here in Lexington, and since that point, we have been a fully motorized fire department. And while that milestone marks the end of one era, it symbolizes the beginning of a century defined not only by advances in equipment, but primarily the unwavering dedication of the men and women of the Lexington Fire Department. For over 150 years, and particularly throughout the last century, our department has steadily grown and evolved to meet the needs of our community. We shifted from horse-drawn to motorized apparatus, incorporated advanced firefighting and rescue capabilities, and expanded emergency medical response as Lexington's needs increased. Throughout each transformation, our commitment to protecting life and property has remained our North Star. While technology and stations change, one thing remains constant: the character of our firefighters. Generations of Lexington firefighters have answered the call with courage, professionalism, and deep compassion. They forged strong bonds, working side by side, bonds that were quite literally forged in fire, in service to this community. Our members have responded to fires, rescues, medical emergencies, natural disasters, and moments of profound human need, always ready to push forward in service together. Our department has never stood still. We've embraced advancements in equipment and tactics, life-saving technologies, and partnerships focused on preparedness, prevention, and community education, and so much more. These improvements reflect a department consistently prepared for tomorrow, just as our predecessors 100 years ago today did when the fire service entered the motorized age. The anniversary we mark today is not about the retirement of the horse, it's about what followed. It's about 100 years of relentless service built on dedication, sacrifice, and enduring duty to our neighbors. Whether it's from here at Station 3 or any of our firehouses across this great city, our firefighters carry forward the same spirit that guided those who came before us to serve Lexington with dedication, duty, discipline, respect, integrity, courage, and honor. As we look ahead, we do so with gratitude for our past and confidence for our future. The Lexington Fire Department remains committed and prepared and proud to safeguard this community for the next 100 years and beyond.
It's so appropriate because Lexington is the horse capital of the world. And so here we are celebrating the 100th anniversary of our horses who were employed by the fire department to draw the carriages. So Chief Wells, I'd like to present you with a special proclamation, and I'll read it and present it to you honoring this great day. This is for the 100th anniversary of the Lexington Fire Horse Heritage Day. Whereas Lexington first employed horses to tow fire apparatus to fire scenes in 1896 and maintained the practice until July 26, 1926. That's a long time. Whereas during the era of horse-drawn fire service, Lexington's apparatus consisted of steam engines, chemical wagons, hose carts, and a buggy for the chief. And whereas the Lexington Fire Department continues to operate 3 fire stations originally designed to house horse-drawn response units, Station 3, Station 4, and Station 5. And whereas Station 3, located downtown on Merino Street, right here, was the site of Lexington's final horse-drawn response on July 26, 1926, before it transitioned into an engine house with the advent of motorized apparatus. And whereas horses are an integral part of Lexington's identity and heritage, including the early service and protection of our community through the Lexington Fire Department. Now, therefore, I, Linda Gorton, Mayor of Lexington, do hereby declare July 26, 2026, Lexington Fire Horse Heritage Day. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Sister Cities sponsored Ballet in the Park with partner Deauville, France. Here's more.
Deauville is located in the region of Normandy, and we have actually, in 2027, we will celebrate our 70th anniversary. We twinned with Deauville in 1957. So it's a big year coming up next year, and we'll have lots of activities and do lots of things for the celebration. So a couple of years ago, the idea came to us to do an exchange with the Lexington Ballet and the Deauville Ballet. So last year, Lexington, we had several members of the Lexington Ballet go to Deauville to do a collaborative performance with the Deauville Ballet Company. So this year, in return, the Deauville Ballet Company came to Lexington to do a performance at the Gatton Park. So that's how it all started. They were here for 8 or 9 days. For the first 6 days, they did rehearse with the Lexington Ballet, and then the final performance was on Sunday night, which was amazing. The performance was amazing.
Yes, so it was all very impressive to me as someone with no dance background. So they arrived on a Monday and they began rehearsing on Tuesday, and then they performed the following Sunday. So with less than a week, both Kevin at the Lexington Ballet and Noelle from Deauville were able to collaborate and teach these young dancers. Many of them from Deauville were students, ages 14, 16, 19, 21, and they were able to learn the choreography like professionals and get out there and perform with the Lexington Ballet dancers for the community. And it was just a really special evening of collaboration and unity and celebration.
And I will say that Noelle and Kevin had been meeting over the past year by Zoom just to collaborate and talk about what they were going to do when they got together and what the choreography would be like. So they had been talking for about a year about what they were going to do, but of course the dancers weren't actually able to dance together until they got here. So it was really amazing how it all came together. They did an amazing job.
A lot of hard work and dedication from multiple parties that made this come together, and we're very grateful. I've only been a part of Lexington Sister Cities for the past year or so, but I felt very grateful to be a part of this part of the exchange and welcoming the ballet to Lexington this summer.
I think it went so well that they will definitely continue to have an exchange back and forth. They were all very excited about how it went in Deauville last year and this year in Lexington, so I feel certain that it will continue.
The dancers from Deauville and Noelle were also extremely complimentary of Kentucky and the horse farms we were able to show them in Keeneland and even Raven Run, so I think they even enjoyed their time outside of the studio.
If anyone would like to find out more about Lexington Sister Cities, they can go to our website. We have 3 other sister cities and a friendship city, County Kildare, Ireland, and Newmarket, England, and Shinhadaka, Japan. Our friendship city is Jeju City, South Korea. So we have exchanges with all of those programs, starting in middle school, high school, university levels, and we do adult trips also. So if anybody's interested or would like to volunteer, go to our website. Abby, our website is
LexingtonSisterCities.com, or give us an email, LexingtonSisterCities@gmail.com.
After this, Plastic-Free July. Welcome back to Lexington Now. This is Plastic-Free July, and we spoke to organizers about what you can do to take part.
I am Adriana Rainey, and I am a sustainability intern. Plastic-Free July is a movement that started in Australia in 2011. And this year, this is Lexington's second year running this campaign. We're not asking residents to completely get rid of their plastic, but we are asking them to consider reusing and swapping one of their items. A few examples of that is a reusable water bottle and straws. Just consider reusing things that can ultimately reduce the amount of environmental waste and also just helping your health overall. On average, each person uses 1.6 straws daily, which contributes to 500 million straws disposed daily in the US. I would encourage them to bring their own cups. There are a number of coffee shops that are participating in Green Cup, and a lot of them offer a discount if you bring in your reusable cup. There's also reusable stainless steel straws that are at some of these participating locations, and I think that is the perfect moment for you to implement reusing a cup as well as a straw. As I just mentioned, that there are a lot of them that goes to the landfill. So in addition to reusing water bottles or straws, there are other swaps that you can make. A sustainable swap that people can make in addition to water bottles or stainless steel straws, they can consider switching to bar soap to reduce the amount of plastic that comes in the jugs. Residents can consider switching to reusable cutlery. In addition to that, they can also consider using reusable bags. It's not just food items that you can think of when it comes to reusable items. It is still the middle of July and we still have time to make a change. You can always consider putting reusable bags in your car, consider replacing your toothbrush head, and you can always even consider getting reusable blades. So it's not just food. There are a lot of aspects in life where you can make that switch, and it's up to you to take that change. For more information on Plastic-Free July, please visit lexingtonky.gov/sustainability.
Here are this week's Adoptable Pets with Randy.
Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Lexington Fayette County Adoptable Pets from Lex TV and the Lexington Humane Society. Oh, would you look at Max? Verstappen. Color black and white. Male. Looks like an American Pit Bull mix. Does well with other dogs in apartments and does well with children. Look at adorable Mia. She is available for foster care. She is deaf. Color is white and of course female. Looks like a Pit Bull Terrier mix. Does well with other dogs. Does well with children over the age of 5. And there's Minnie, tricolor, brown and black, female, approximate age 5 years old. Looks like an American Staffy mix. Does well with other dogs, does well in apartments, and also does well with children. Thanks for watching these adorable and handsome pets, available at LexingtonHumaneSociety.org from Lex TV and the Lexington Humane Society.
Leighton Garlington is here with our weekend events.
Hi there, I'm Leighton from the Urban County Council. Here are some upcoming events this weekend in Lexington and Fayette County for this weekend starting August 1st. Please note, events that require registration may sell out or fill up in advance. Be sure to confirm by visiting lexingtonky.gov/calendar. On Saturday, August 1st, join us at 9 a.m. for a morning of volunteering at Raven Run Nature Sanctuary. Tools, equipment, and gloves will be provided for you to help keep our natural area park clean from litter. Also at 9 a.m., Junior Naturalist will be hosted at Kelly's Landing, teaching kids in grades kindergarten through 5th about stewardship and how to be a nature champion. This event is free, but registration is required and available online. Interested in sharing your thoughts about the future of our city parks? Join us at 10 a.m. on Saturday for a Parks Master Plan community conversation at the Tates Creek Ballroom. At 11:30 a.m., head downtown for a laid-back morning of live music, food trucks, and fresh air at Brunch with the Arts at Phoenix Park. Lastly, at 6 p.m., pack your blankets and chairs and head to Woodland Park for our 36th annual Ballet Under the Stars. Pre-show performances with our youth program begins at 7:50 p.m., followed by the main show featuring professional dancers from the Kentucky Ballet Theater at 9 p.m. Tickets are $9, which may only be purchased at the gate. Food trucks will also be available on site. Ballet Under the Stars will take place each night from Wednesday, July 29th through Sunday, August 2nd. I'm Leighton, and that's just some of the things going on this weekend in Lexington and Fayette County. You may need to pre-register for some of these events. For more events and information, be sure to visit lexingtonky.gov and click the calendar tab at the top. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Leighton also brings us this week's meeting coverage.
Hi there, I'm Leighton, the Public Information Officer with the Urban County Council. Here's our current live meeting schedules this week, July 27th for Lex TV. Remember, you can watch all live meeting coverage on Lex TV, channel 185, and always online at lexingtonky.gov. On Wednesday, July 29th, in the morning, watch the Technical Review Committee meeting at 8:30, and later that afternoon, watch our live coverage of the Homelessness Task Force meeting at 3:30. Then on Thursday, the 30th, watch our live coverage of the Planning Commission work session at 1:30. That's our current live meeting schedule for Lex TV for the week of July 27th. Watch all our live meeting coverage on Lex TV, channel 185, or always online at lexingtonky.gov, and click the Lex TV tab at the top. I'm Leighton, and we'll see you next time.
That's all for now, but as always, you can keep up with us on social media. Check out the latest traffic updates on X at LexRex, or catch our live traffic cams on lexingtonky.gov. For all of us at Lex TV, I'm Neil Noah, and that's it for now.